4 of those hours, if I'm doing nothing but practicing and rehearsing, that takes a lot of discipline. So you might be excited about, wow, I'm going to go into gymnastics and do this. But after a while, the excitement wears off. And you really need that discipline, that personal resilience. So there's one lesson. Let me share another one from what you've just, from your life story that you've shared so far. Injury. This is somebody who's going on a certain path, and he's making progress. He's being the first Zimbabwean and only so far to represent Zim at the Commonwealth Games. I think it's because we're no longer at the Commonwealth, and hopefully soon we will become part of Commonwealth again. But you then get injured, and that's a setback, a serious setback. But think about it. What did that setback do? Maybe as a gymnast, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to work with the likes of Will Smith, with the likes of the Spice Girls, with the likes of Madonna. And yet, by doing all he can with all he had, he managed to open new doors of opportunity that have taken him to another level. So you might be looking at your situation right now and thinking, this door that I really, really was counting on, I was praying about it, I was fasting, has suddenly been closed. It's not the end of the world. A setback is a setup for a comeback. So what you've got to do is do the best you can with what you have. And you know that when you fill up your environment by doing everything you can with all that you have, a new door will open. That I can bet my bottom dollar on. When you do everything in your power, without violating principle, obviously, to maximize on what you have, you will find that the universe will give you more, will open another door of opportunity. But if you sit there saying, oh, wallowing in self-pity, things haven't worked out the way I wanted, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And chances of sinking into a depression and shortening your lifespan can increase significantly.
So true. Totally. And the closed doors are equally important. So you really name dropped here, but then this is not just name dropping. These are the people that you worked with, and you're also like a brand as well, right? The likes of Will Smith, you said, the Spice Girls, Kanye West. I mean, that's amazing. I'm sure everyone wants to know how you got into this, and what was the experience like for you?
Sure. I mean, it has been, again, there was many a time. I just picture myself running to auditions in the streets of London, from back and forth, trying to get your place. And then you have to go through certain, like an interview, you have to go through certain levels. And then once you make it through one audition, you get another, you get chosen. But having that privilege, that opportunity to perform on stage, in videos alongside those celebrities, was like Jonah had mentioned earlier. You go through certain things in life that you experience, and there were many rejections. With those rejections,
because sometimes people then feel or think that when they see people as someone like on the stage now, thriving and soaring high, that they never faced any rejection. So talk to me about that.
Totally. No, those rejections. There's one line that I've learned going through all of this and becoming a motivational speaker. The line is, you grow through what you go through. And with those rejections, there's another famous motivational speaker, Les Brown. Yes. He says every no is another opportunity to a potential yes.
Wow.
So by having those rejections, I would come out of auditions for some of these dance positions and think, what, that's okay. I'm going to look for the next opportunity. This is the reason. There is a reason for this, and that reason for me not getting that position has opened up, or could open up a potential, a bigger opportunity. So by seeing that, by experiencing it, and I would like all the listeners to take away something from today. Those closed doors, those negative rejections, whether it be through relationships, through business opportunities, through work opportunities, don't take it down upon yourself. Don't let yourself down. Put yourself in a position and think, in certain scenarios like that, I always like to tell people, there are many people going through even worse certain situations than you are. by just getting that opportunity to live, to breathe, to walk, to talk, is even greater than actually being rejected in that potential audition or interview. So, you know, that's one word of advice that I'd like to.
And you've really helped someone, you know, who's listening, because people really find it difficult to deal with rejection. And for others, you know, that would be the end of it all. They don't want to try again. They're not motivated. They don't feel they're good enough. But then look at you kept pushing. How is it working with Kanye West?
I mean,
do you before you answer, do you actually get to interact with these celebrities, or you are just one of the dancers at the back? How does it work?
On certain occasions, you know, you have very limited time. It might just be, okay, dancers on, let's go, ready to, you know, press the music button, ready to go. Madonna was very brief. It was one of those. And no,
he's younger than that.
It wasn't hard. But Kanye, going back to your question, it was a TV show that we did a dance for. And yeah, we had a few conversational words back and forth, and then we went on to filming the dance set. And you know, he wished us good luck in our journeys ahead.
Are you the one who suggested the name North for his child?
No, certainly not. Certainly not. It was and then there was other opportunities, like I actually sat down with one of the Spice Girls, Jerry Halliwell, and you know, after the production show, and we had a drink, a chat over a drink.
Wow.
You know, and then Lionel Richie. There was also.
So you left out some names, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So this is just, you know, touching upon certain parties, events that I've, you know, brushed shoulders with.
Beautiful. Getting messages here, and I got a particular message saying we're learning a lot from this program. And Courtney, why the wellness motivator? Why did you choose that title?
So coming from a gymnastics background, there is a lot of physical well-being that I have discovered and learned along that journey, and towards achieving a peak performance. So being a well-being, wellness, mental health is such a huge element in the world that we live in today. We are faced with so many distractions, overwhelming stresses, anxiety, and wellness or well-being is one of the elements that I like to. I think without our looking after ourselves, our well-being, our mental health, we as a person cannot function. You know, as a professional radio presenter, without you being happy coming into the studio today, you won't be able to present and pass on that happiness throughout the nation. You know, Jonah as well, without himself, you know, eating well, looking after his inner self, won't be able to function.
And getting the TLC I get from Mrs. Mungoshi.
There we go.
Okay.
That is all part and parcel of well-being, you know. So
it's holistic.
That's right. That's right. And I think this is one huge element that people should really focus on, is looking deeper into themselves, bringing out who they really are, and because each and every single one of us is different. We have a talent, and by knowing who we are personally, looking after ourselves, we can only present the best to the rest of the world and what we are set to do in this world.
Well, really, really beautiful message there. What inspirational or just a take-home message would you want to leave with the listener who has a desire to achieve his or her potential, and they're just in their corner somewhere contemplating, and life is not really going the way they anticipated?
Yes. For me, I like to say, please, you have to believe in yourself. Know that you are worthy, that you are worthwhile, that you have been given the opportunity to live. And if you believe, you will inevitably achieve.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, Courtney. There's a point you touched on there, V Candy, that really hit me hard. And that's the point about rejection. So I want to close with a recent event where I really felt rejection. Since I started out in this area way back in 2003, it has been my passion to work with individuals. Before the word coach was used except in sporting context, I called myself the success coach. That was way back in 2003. And when I left formal employment, I wanted to work with individuals. That has remained a burning passion. And it has been disappointing, to say the least. My latest initiative is the Success Family that I started. And I felt I want to give people in the Success Family the same kind of coaching I give people, where I'm paid a significant amount of money, but give it to them for next to nothing. So I decided that, what I'm going to do, and I've been rejected many times, what I'm going to do is offer coaching for $1. And I couldn't even get 4% of the people in the group to sign up for
Just
it.
$1.
It's rejection, and it
Yes.
hurts because I know the value for them. In fact, I asked them, how valuable is this? And they said, it's extremely valuable. 64 of them wrote reports of how they found it valuable. But anyway, I said, I'm not giving up. This is what I'll do. It's not for money, but this is my calling, and I will do it. So I decided to persevere. Well, listen, if you're interested in what we are discussing and you want to be part of the discussion and part of the movement towards personal development, then we invite you to join the Success Family. You send the word join via WhatsApp to the number 0773 056 736. I'll repeat that, 0773 056 736. Send the word join, and we will try as much as possible to motivate, inspire, coach, and get you to achieve your goals.
Wonderful. And Courtney Orange, do you have any handles or social media handles?
Yes, so my website is courtneyorange.com. I'm on TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, X now, Instagram, Facebook, and I do have a motivation pack as well, which you can download free on the website. It's on the homepage. So feel free to go there, and it'll just give you a couple of motivation tips that you can get through tough times. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Jonah as well for this wonderful invitation to come through, and also please keep on doing what you're doing in this nation of ours that needs so much motivation and aspiration to push on.
Yeah.
V Candy, also thank you so much for your liveliness. I have listened a handful of times to your voice and constantly being uplifted.
Wow, thank you so much, Courtney. On that note, we say, well, Bani Manja.
Oh, Mani Manja.
Thank you so much. Taking our time to 10 o'clock, Star FM. It's time for the news.
Was radio broadcasting news.
That was awesome.
It was.
I told you, she's amazing, isn't she? Isn't she lovely?
The energy.
Where's the song from? Isn't she wonderful? Weekend.
Yes.
Isn't she lovely? Who's that?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, she knows the music, eh?
I listened to
If I get stuck on music, who I call and I say this song, it's Mr. Bob's.
Yeah.
I asked Mr. Bob's. Even
really?
the craziest of songs. The other time I was thinking of Warren Mills. You remember Warren Mills? You're too young to know. There's a song called Flame in the Fire. Flame in the fire, you are. And it was playing in my head, and I was thinking, who sang this song? What is it called? I didn't even know the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he was like, Warren Mills. Flame in the Fire. And he's done that a few times.
Wow.
That's right, in the capital.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries.
Courtney.
So I've got a move for you if you want to see a move. A quick move.
Oh, yeah.
A quick balance.
Hey, why don't you record it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that this is strong enough. Right. Are you ready?
Wait, is it strong?
Also, 2
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Strong enough. Ready?
Just, okay,
Steady. All right, let's do
The
this.
Medical Laboratory and Clinical Sciences Practitioners Council of Zimbabwe is taking stern action against laboratory professionals who are working with health
Yay!
in public
On one hand,
institutions
look
to
at
coerce
that.
patients into seeking services
Oh, he's taking his
from
phone.
private sector laboratories. This is
Wow.
despite the fact that
That's a
most
wrap.
government branches
That's a wrap.
Well done.
Party orange.
All right, now watch me. Watch. Put the number in.
Oh,
The ambulance.
ambulance on speed.